Today, I'm gonna cut this stuff and smash this thing. Hey everyone, back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and today I'm out in the garage because things might get a little bit messy. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting patiently for some more gear reviews, so that's what I'm bringing you today. Now what we're taking a look at today is the INGEAR AutoXscape. This is an auto escape tool, which means it has a flashlight, a seatbelt cutter, and a window breaker. Now this is a product that I normally wouldn't buy because I'm not a prepper. I'm sure some of you guys out there are into prepping where you have bug out bags and med kits and food and supplies and survival stuff, but that's not really anything that I've ever been into. I started making gear videos because I like EDC stuff. It's stuff that I carry with me all the time, and it's stuff that I can use on a daily basis. Something like this is something that I definitely don't want to use on a daily basis because it's for emergency situations. I really wasn't even interested in taking a look at this thing until they sent me some seatbelt material and glass, so I figured cutting and smashing some stuff, that could be fun. So let's just jump right into this. Here's the information listed on the outside of the box. Feel free to pause it and take a look at it yourself. This is the AutoXscape 3-in-1 car emergency tool with rescue seatbelt cutter, escape window breaker, and survival flashlight. The flashlight runs on 3 AAAs and has a runtime of 4 hours and 15 minutes at 135 lumens or 20 hours at 50 lumens. It also shows that it's drop resistant and water resistant up to 1 meter. Now for the inside. Welcome to peace of mind. You've prepared yourself, now prepare your purchase for a lifetime of service. In here's a thank you letter from Steve Pan, the CEO of INGEAR, as well as a way to register your product for warranty. We got a book of instructions, and then here's everything else included in the box. Here you see the AutoXscape tool itself, 3 batteries to power the flashlight, some 3M tape, and a mount to mount this in your car or vehicle. It also comes with 2 screws here, which I believe would be to replace the blade on the seatbelt cutter. Alright, so here's a look at the tool. This is the gray and blue version. The body of this tool is machined aluminum, and then in the center here, this rubber texture kind of reminds me of like a dirt bike grip. Same type of rubber on the clicky light switch. It should provide some pretty good grip. For the light, you can see a Cree LED down in there, and I believe that is polished aluminum as a reflector. On the end opposite of the light is where you'll find the window breaker, and these are normally made out of some kind of tungsten carbide. And then underneath this cap is where you'll find a seatbelt cutter and as well as a secondary window breaker. This cap is sealed with 2 O-rings, which should keep moisture out of here, keeping the blade sharper for longer. Let's put some batteries in this thing. On the inside of the light, you'll find this battery cradle, which holds 3 AAA. This slides right in the body of the light, and then this screws back on. This side of the light is also sealed with an O-ring, which makes it waterproof up to 1 meter. This thing doesn't have a lot of weight to it, but it does feel pretty good in the hand, so I don't see any problem smashing out a window with this. Now for the light function. This light has 3 modes, high, low, and SOS, and you can get to them just by clicking the button. 1 for high mode, again for low mode, and then a 3rd time for SOS. You can also press and hold the button from whichever mode you were in, and then it will turn the light off from that mode. Let me turn all these lights off and give you a better idea of what this looks like in the dark. Here's the AutoXscape, 135 lumens, decent spill, the hotspot's okay, it's a flashlight, it lights up whatever I'm pointing it at. Works for me. Here's the AutoXscape on low mode, which is 50 lumens. Obviously not as bright, but you'll get a lot more burn time out of this. And then here is the AutoXscape on SOS mode. SOS mode is 3 fast pulses, followed by 3 more fast pulses, followed by 3 longer pulses. This mode is obviously good for emergency situations. If you need to get out of your car on the side of a busy road at night, you can set this light on top of the car, which will let oncoming cars know that you're there. Now let's compare that to my go-to EDC light, which is a Streamlight Micro Stream. This is only about 35 lumens. It has a decent spill, but it doesn't really have a hot spot. So I have the 35 lumen Micro Stream on the left, and then I'll have the 50 lumen low mode of the AutoXscape on the right. As you can see, the AutoXscape over here has a better hot spot. It definitely is a lot brighter than the Micro Stream, but they're obviously made for 2 different applications. So this material that they sent me is 2-inch wide black nylon webbing. It's definitely not quite the same as a seatbelt. It's a little bit flimsier, but at the same time, I think that would make it harder to cut because there's less tension on it. I'm just gonna pull this tight like a seatbelt normally would be in a crash and see how it does. So you're driving down a road and one of those rogue clowns runs out in front of you. You swerve to avoid him, you flip down an embankment, and you're pinned up against a tree. Your seatbelt is still on, your windows are still intact, but you need to get out of there as quickly as possible. You got an AutoXscape tool. You pull the cap off and the blade's exposed. So let's just say that your seatbelt's on you like this. There's a little bit of tension, you might be hanging upside down or something. Let's see how this works. Pretty good actually. You can see the razor blade in here, it's obviously really sharp, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised that that works so easily. Let's try it again with a little bit less tension. It still works pretty well. This material also puts this tool at kind of a disadvantage because this is a little bit flimsy, whereas a seatbelt would be a little stiffer, similar to a regular belt and a gun belt. However, it still does a pretty good job of getting through there when you need it to. Alright, now you're free from your seatbelt, but you gotta get out of the car. The windows don't roll down because there's no power in the car. How are you gonna get out? You're gonna smash it. It's nice that they include a secondary window breaker here on the inside because, like in this situation, if you pull this cap off in an accident and you throw it somewhere in your car, you're never gonna find it. I'm gonna have to put some gloves on for this one. So here I have a piece of glass. You can pretend it's a driver's side window. It's decently thick. I'm not exactly sure how well this would compare to automotive glass, but this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm just gonna hold this out and take one good whack at it. I better cover up my arms too, just in case. All right, let's see how this goes. In 1, 2, 3. Wow, that worked a lot better than I thought it would. Let me clean this up quick. Alright, so this thing will definitely break glass. I was trying to leave a little piece left over so I could try this one as well, but I'm pretty sure the tungsten will definitely work. So that's pretty much it for the first look at this AutoXscape tool. Is this something that I would buy? No, probably not. Like I mentioned, I'm not a prepper, I'm not into survival and stuff like that. However, I could definitely recommend it. It's a good tool to have with you in your car in emergency situations, so I think this thing deserves a spot in my STI. If you have any more specific questions about this thing, I will leave a link down in the description where you can find it on Amazon. If you guys like this kind of one-off random gear review, let me know. I can probably do more of these in the future. I will, however, be coming out with more EDC and gun videos as soon as time allows. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.